Good morning, boys and girls. Please make sure that you are pulling out your math books. Today we are on lesson 14, page 99. Again, we are on page 99 in our math books. Please make sure that you are pulling out your math books to page 99. First, we're going to start off with our Zern, and then we're going to be jumping into our math books. So please make sure that you're keeping your math books opened. Oh, what happened to my volume?
With parallel lines. Lines that will never...
I'm going to start that again.
Today we'll be working with parallel lines. Lines that will never intersect no matter how far they extend. Let's get started in our notes. Make sure you have a straight edge or ruler for this lesson. Today we're working on Mission 6, Lesson 14. We'll use this triangle to help us draw line segments on the coordinate plane. Let's cut it out to prepare.
So right now you guys are just watching, you are not cutting out anything, you're just watching the screen so that you can see an example, and then we're going to be jumping into our problem set.
Your turn.
Okay, so they asked you to cut out the triangle in your notes. You do not need to do that right now.
Start by plotting point A at 2, 3 and point B at 7, 5 on the coordinate plane. Then connect the points using your straight edge to draw line segment AB. Go ahead.
Okay, so what they're asking you to do right now is they're asking you to plot the coordinate 2, 3. So that means I'm going to go over first. I'm going to look at my coordinate plane, and I'm going to see what is this coordinate plane being divided into. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's being divided into 5, but there's a number 5. So that means that each point is equal to 1. So I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And over here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for my first coordinate here, I have two threes. And remember I told you that we always move first on the x-axis because x comes before y. So I have 1, 2, and then I'm moving up 3 times on my y-axis. 1, 2, 3. So this is where point A is going to be. And then for point B, I have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm moving first on the x-axis because x comes before y. And then I'm moving up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's where B would be.
I'll plot point A at 2, 3 here, and point B at 7, 5 here. I'll use my straight edge to connect the 2 points and create line segment AB. Check your work.
Okay, so that's what we just did, and now we're going to do the next part.
We can create a right triangle that has line segment AB as its longest side by drawing 2 more line segments like this. You try.
Okay, so this is called a right triangle. And remember what I told you? A right triangle is always 90 degrees. So what that means is that this angle right here is measured at 90 degrees, just like when I was using a protractor.
A vertex is the point at which 2 lines or line segments meet to form an angle. Point A is a vertex. Here's angle A. Point B is a vertex. We can see angle B. And we have one more here. Now, let's put this triangle on top of our sketched triangle. They're the same size. We can use this triangle to draw line segments parallel to line segment AB. Let's move the triangle to the right 1 unit like this, and draw a line segment that's parallel to line segment AB. Your turn.
Okay, so that is a parallel line right there. Remember, parallel lines are lines that never intersect and never meet. So that would be one parallel line.
We move the triangle 1 unit to the right to draw our parallel line segment. But we could have moved it up, down, to the left, or further to the right. Let's take a closer look at the line segment we just drew. We'll label point S here at this vertex and point T here at this vertex. Look at our two line segments. Line segment AB and line segment ST are parallel. We can write it like this. This symbol means is parallel to. So we read this as line segment AB is parallel to line segment ST. You try.
Okay, so what we have here is that they are telling you what the lines are named. So this line segment is named AB because it's line A that goes to B. That's why it's called line AB. And this line right here is called ST because it is a line that goes from S to T. So that's line ST. So this little mark on top of AB and ST stands for line. So line AB, line ST. Now these two lines in between it is called parallel lines. That's the symbol for parallel lines.
What are the coordinates of point S and point T? Record the coordinates in your notes.
Okay, so we were to record the coordinates for S and T, we would put the coordinates in, but I think you guys know how to do that now, so we're going to be jumping to our problem set. I want you to turn to page 99 in your math books, page 99. Okay, so we have problem number 1 right here, and it asks you to use the coordinate plane below to complete the following task. So if you notice on the bottom of the page, they have questions so that you can answer them. So the first one says, identify the locations of P and R. So we have 1 point right here for P, and we have 1 point right here for R. So we're going to make sure that we label those points. So I'm going to use another marker or pen. And this is P right here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to label my coordinates so I know where all my numbers are. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3. So it looks like this number line is being divided by ones. So I'm going to label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And on this side, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Notice that usually when one side is skip counting by 1, and the other side is also skip counting by 1. So this is my x coordinate and this is my y coordinate, and remember x coordinate is always first. So my coordinate will always start with x. So right here we have coordinate P, so we're going to move over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we moved over 6 times on the x coordinate right here. 6 times on the x coordinate for P. Now how many times do I need to move up to find coordinate P? I need to count 1, 2, 3, 4. I moved up 4 times to find coordinate P. So I'm going to put 4, and notice that I moved up on the y-axis. So this is why this is the y-axis. Now I'm going to find out what is the coordinate for R. So what I'm going to do, again, first I move on my x-axis. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I moved 11 times on my x-axis, and how many times do I move up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I moved up 6 times. So I'm going to write 6. So first I move on my x-coordinate, that's why I'm putting x, and then I moved on my y-coordinate, because I moved up. So I'm going to make sure I write down y. And I am going to highlight these coordinates so that you can see it very clearly what I'm talking about. So this one right here, we have our x, and then for this one right here, we have our y-axis, so I'm going to make sure I label my y-axis. Okay? Now, next they ask me to draw PR. So what they're asking me to do is to connect the points P and R together. So I have points P and R, and I'm going to connect it together. You'll probably want to use a ruler for this when you're connecting your points. Okay, now we're going to move up a little bit, and it says right here, plot the following coordinate pairs on the plane. So next they want me to plot S and T. So I'm going to plot S. So the first one says Remember, we always move on our x-coordinate first. So we have 6 on our x-coordinate, and we're moving up 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is my coordinate for S. And now I'm going to find my coordinate for T. For T, I'm going to make sure I move on the x-axis 11 times, and then I need to move up 9 times. So I'm moving all the way up to 9. So this is my coordinate T. And I am going to, so I completed that. So for D, it asks you to now draw a coordinate or a line for S and T. So I'm going to connect these 2 dots right here. Connected the 2 dots. Okay, now it says here, circle the relationship between PR and ST. So which one is correct? Are they perpendicular? This little sign right here means perpendicular to each other. Or are they parallel to each other? In this case, they are parallel. Remember I told you that parallel lines are 2 lines that never meet but continue? So these are 2 lines that will never meet, but notice that the distance apart is exactly the same all across. Okay, for problem F, it says here, give the coordinates of a pair of points, U, V, and such that line UV is parallel to PR. So we need to create another pair of coordinate points that is parallel to PR. So this is PR right here, and I can move down just 1 and create a point. So that's what I'm going to do. These are my new coordinates, and as it says, they want you to label this one as U and V. So I'm labeling it as U and V. Now I'm going to find out what is the coordinates for that. So I have U and V. I have, let's find X first and then Y. Always start with X. X is 6 for U, and I'm going up to 3 for Y. For V, I'm going to move all the way to 11 on the X coordinate, and I'm going to move up on the Y coordinate to 5. Okay, so I have X and Y. Now they asked me to draw UV. I already connected it, but that's what they're asking me to do, to connect the dots. Okay, now this is a good time to pause the video so students have a chance to write everything down. Please make sure that you give them some time, and then we're going to be turning to the next page. So please make sure that you are turning to the next page. Okay. So this is page 100. We're going to practice this one too. They're asking you to do the same thing as the last page, but this number line is interesting because it actually, or this coordinate plane is interesting because it's not moving by whole numbers. So look here, we have 0 and then we have 1. So in between 0 and 1, what is right in the middle between 0 and 1? It's going to be 1/2. So this one is 1 and 1/2, 2, 2 and 1/2, 3, 3 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 5, 5 and 1/2, 6. And over here we have 1/2, 1 and 1/2, 2, 2 and 1/2, 3, 3 and 1/2, 4, and 4 and 1/2. So the X and Y coordinates are, skip counting by halves. So the first question says here, identify the locations of E and F. So right here, I have E and I have F. For E, I'm going to move over to 1 on my X coordinate, and then I'm going to move up to 3 and 1/2 for my X coordinate. So I have X and Y. Okay, I'm going to label this so you can see it clearly. So this is my Y coordinate, and that's where I got that. And then this one is my X coordinate, and that's where I got 1. So for F, looking over here, we're going to move how many times on our X coordinate? We're going to move all the way to 3. So 3 is my X, and then I'm going to move up on my Y coordinate 1 and 1/2. Okay, so I have 1 and 1/2, and I have 3. Over here, they asked me to draw EF. That means I'm connecting the lines for E and F. And then it says, generate the coordinates pairs for L and M such that EF is parallel, line EF is parallel to line LM. Oh, it got kind of blurry there. So now I'm gonna create a coordinate pair for L and M so that these lines are parallel. So I'm gonna draw one up or down. Let's do one maybe right here. Let's just move it up. And I'm going to label this as L and M, just like they asked me to. So for L, we have 1 1/2 as our x-coordinate, and we move up all the way to 3 1/2. And then for M, I am going to move 3 times on my x-coordinate, and I'm moving up to 2 for my y-coordinate. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I draw my line and connect them. And then it says, explain the pattern you made use of when generating coordinate pairs for L and M. So the pattern we used here when we were generating coordinates for L and M is that we made sure that the lines were parallel to each other, okay? Now for F, give the coordinates of point H such that EF is parallel to GH. So now we're going to create another line that is called GH. So we can move it as far as you want or as close as you want, up to you. So I'm going to create this coordinate right here. And I'm going to draw the line. I mean, you can wait until the next question, but I'm going to draw them. So right here, for G and H, oh, they already gave you G. So G is 1 1/2, and you're going to move up to 4. So they want this to be G. So that means I need to figure out where H is. So if I were to draw a line and I were to draw up, H would have to fall right here. So we do not need this line. This one can be erased. But we're going to draw this line right here. And notice that H is right here. Sorry the M is covering, but we have 3 1/2 on the x-coordinate. And we have 2 as our y-coordinate. Okay, and then it says explain how you chose the coordinate for H. For H, I could have chose anything. I could have moved it higher or below or above, but I wanted to make sure that my coordinate is the same as the other coordinates. For M, we had 2. For Y, we had 2. Notice that they are apart. How would I explain that? Oh, so coordinates H is parallel to coordinate F. Okay, once you are done with this page, please make sure you pause the video so students have time to write this down, but we're going to move on to homework. So this is our homework, page 101. Please make sure you're turning to page 101. The first question says, identify the locations of M and N. So for M right here, I notice that this number line is moving by ones. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is my x-coordinate. Over here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is my y-coordinate. And for M, what I'm doing here is I'm finding that the coordinate x is going to be 6. And we're moving up 4 times. So this is my y-coordinate. For N, we have 3 as our x-coordinate. And I'm going to move up to 6 for my y-coordinate. Okay? Now it says draw a line MN. So that means that you are connecting the lines together. And then it says, plot the following coordinate pairs on the plane. So now we have J and K that is given to us. So we're going to plot J, which is 5 for the X coordinate, and move up 7 for the Y coordinate. So this right here is going to be called J. And then for K, what we have here is 7. Oh, yeah, I already plotted that one. For K, we have 8 for our X coordinate, and we're going to move up to 5 as our Y coordinate. So this is called K. And then they want you to connect these dots for problem or letter problem D. So I'm connecting them together. And they ask you to circle the relationship between MN and JK. And if you notice, they are parallel. So I'm going to circle this one that says parallel. And then it says, give the coordinates of a pair of points F and G such that FG is parallel to MN. So I'm going to find another coordinate that is parallel. I'm just going to move 1 over. So let's see here. And I am going to label this as F and G. So this is F and this is G. So for F, I have 3 and 5. And for G, I'm going to have 6 and 3. That was my X and Y coordinates for F and G. And then they want you to connect, draw FG, connect dots. Okay, so once you are done with this page, then we are going to be jumping to the exit ticket. You do not need to do the rest of the homework. I know there is 1 page left. You can cross it off. Page 102, but I do want you to make sure that you are completing this page. I will be checking your homework and your problem set in class. So please make sure that you're writing everything down that I have. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our exit ticket. So I'm going to make this smaller and we're going to jump to the exit ticket right here. And for our exit ticket, we have lesson number 14, and make sure you are pulling out your Chromebooks and logging in. For number 1, it asks you to identify the locations of E and F. So if you click on the picture, it's going to make the picture bigger for you, and you can really see what it says for E and F. For E, I noticed that I am on my x-axis, I moved to my 2, and I moved up to 4. So I have 2 and 4. And for F, I moved to 5, and then I move up, and I have 3, so 5 and 3. So you're going to click which one is the correct answer, and now you're going to do that for the next one. It says right here, is line E and F parallel to the blue line? So is this line, the green line, parallel to the blue line? Do you think yes or no? And then you're going to click submit. Once you are done, please make sure that you are doing a may do and listening to the substitute. And that's it. Please make sure that you're submitting your work, boys and girls, because I am inputting your grades and I need you guys to please make sure you're doing your exit tickets, because if you're not doing it now, you're going to have to do it with me later. Probably pull a very fun activity from your schedule just to do exit tickets. That's not fun. Okay, bye you guys.